Alrighty, what is going on, guys? It is story times of crimes, I guess, but really we're starting to drift away from that. I'll never truly delete my channel and get rid of my old videos, but I'm starting to be more of an adult, I guess, and like grow up. So we're not gonna. I'm never gonna not call it story times of crimes, but you get the idea. So the whole point of this screen recording is to kind of go over what I have crafted for the band. It's mainly for myself, but at the same time, other people are going to be able to kind of look at this and see what my vision is for my own band. So about, 2017, 7 years ago, it was 2017. It was right around the time I started posting on Instagram. Like the first pictures I ever took. I dreamed of this band, and I've had this like feeling my entire life, but especially around that time until now, and it's especially in the past 6-7 months really has grown heavy on my soul that I'm destined to do great things. I don't know if it's delusional. I think it's God. I'm not sure. I have no idea. What I do know is that the 2 years from 2017 to 2019, I brainstormed and came up with these songs and this record title. And I took a photo for the record. I mean, it all just like came together, and I'll kind of like explain it, but also go into like some of the work I've done for the band. I've written enough material and gathered enough riffs from some guitarists I worked with in the past, my own bass riffs and my own drum beats, to probably make an entire record. And especially if I get some serious musicians, which the whole point of this really intro is to shout out or call out to anyone who's really good at guitar, singing, and drums. Because I'm a bassist and we have a lead guitarist. But if you want to be rhythm, or what we're mainly looking for is, because I like tight unity. So 4 members like Pantera, lead guitar, singer, drums, and bass. I'm bass. We need a drummer and a guitarist. My buddy Nick is going to, or not a guitarist, excuse me, a singer. So we need a drummer and a singer. My buddy Nick is going to be on the guitar. So those two are already taken. But what I'm saying is based on what I've already made with the song titles, lyrics, riffs, drum beats, and theatrics, as well as like just the whole vibe in general. I feel like once I get some serious musicians, this record shouldn't take more than a month to complete. Because it's basically already done. It's just going to be a lot of brainstorming and teamwork. Okay, so we're going to get into some of the stuff that's on the actual not website, but Instagram. So most of this is pictures. I'll go through the beats and the riffs in a little bit, and at the end of this video, I'll be pasting. I actually went back and relearned the riffs for most of these songs that I made 3 years ago, because it's 2024. I made most of these in 2021. So I'm going to go back and, not that I'm going to go back. Fucking Cash App. Not that I'm going to go back, that I have gone back. I've made learned the riffs. And also tonight I took 4 riffs and made them into one song, which is going to become Memento Regret. So Bucket of Salt has no music for it, but you have all these lyrics here. You can pause to get them. I'll just kind of leave them like that. But they're really good lyrics. March to the Mountains, I made one riff, which is really good, and you're going to hear it in a little while, and at the end of the video when I relearned it. Vaping. But it's very good stuff. Cracked Mirror Reflection, I have no music for. I want that to kind of be, so basically, when I get to the tracks, I will kind of walk you through what I have a vision for all these songs. But Cracked Mirror Reflection is a dark one for sure, but it's going to be like a mixture of like really eerie riffs that are kind of open and clean, and then heavy distortion. So kind of like This Love by Pantera, but a little more darker, I guess, and not about love. It's about mental problems that every person on this planet suffers with. Just About Freezing, I've written about 3 riffs for that. I kind of want to let the other guitarists and other members kind of form my bass riffs that I wrote for that into the whole thing. Just About Freezing is honestly, because I know it's the title track, but it's also one of the most well-rounded songs I've ever made. Like, it's got the lyrics, drum beats, and bass riffs for it. And when I was working with past guitar players, they also made riffs for this as well. So this song is very, very complete, and it's going to be more of like a Metallica, like, and Justice for All type of vibe, like the title track, where it's got like kind of like a euphoric, like chanting, kind of like pump your fists in the air kind of shit. It's going to be one of those songs. But yeah, there's enough for you to pause there. So those are those. The song names. Now these songs right here, I have all the song names for the first record already completed. These are just ideas for the next records. I kind of had like a vision, which I have it in the back of my head. I'm gonna keep it there, but I really didn't. I fucked it up. I don't want to focus on records that are not even going to be done before the first one is, if that makes any sense. But there's a lot of good song titles here that I'll definitely rework. The one record, if you notice, there's some like weird like science, like fucking kind of just like weird song names. That's gonna go on the second record, because almost every band's sophomore record is either their darkest, hardest, heaviest, or best, or all those four and anything in between. So I plan on having that one be very dark and sciencey and weird, and then the third one I want it to be kind of like a quote unquote sellout record, where it's still gonna be heavy and abrasive, but it's gonna have more euphoric, like angelic kind of vibes to it. So that's where you get things like Watch These Waves, Electric Sky, you could throw Seizure in there, Trudge Forward, Overstay Your Welcome, stuff that's like more revolutionary. So those are the lyrics. These two songs I added to the end. So we got this whole thing right here. Track Me Reflection, yep. And then, so I'll run through, actually no, I'll run through this. So Prelude 33, I plan on being kind of like a Slipknot intro type of vibe, where we're going to open all our shows with that song, and it's going to have like, it's going to be samples and keyboard. It's going to be like eerie sounds. Thin Ice, I want to be the most fast, aggressive, heaviest song on this entire record, which is the first one, Just Above Freezing. Frostbitten is going to be similar, but a little slower tempo. Momental Regret, I just wrote tonight, and I've always had a vision for that one being very eerie. It's kind of about like, falling in love too quickly and then like regretting it, but then getting over it quickly as well. 25 Years was going to be a Pantera cover, and it was going to be the only song on any record that I ever cover ever. And it's still going to be the same scenario, but I decided to stick with the Ice theme and throw Trapped Under Ice by Metallica in there instead because of the Ice theme. Bucket of Salt has the lyrics, but doesn't really have any riffs or drum beats. I wrote nothing for Bucket of Salt as far as the music goes. But Bucket of Salt, I want to be kind of punky, because it's about like people being salty and jealous. So I want it to be more of a punk vibe. This record is going to be kind of like Mr. Bungle, except each song, instead of having multiple genres in one song, there's going to be multiple genres on the record in each song, if that makes sense. Cracked Mirror Reflection, I as I aforementioned, is going to be more... It's going to start out reflective and dark and like eerie and nostalgic, and then heavy. Reflective, dark, eerie, nostalgic, heavy. Solo, and then just heavy at the end. Just Above Freezing is the most complete song. That one's going to be epic. That's going to be the title track. That's going to be something that's going to be revolutionary. 33 Degrees is going to be kind of like a insert coin, What's Next by Slipknot off of their We Are Not Your Kind record from 2019 kind of vibe. It's going to have like kind of like a lead into type of thing. You see 11 tracks, but there's actually going to be 13, because if you see these right here, I added these right here. So 33 Degrees will be like a bunch of instrumentation for about a minute, just leading into. I like Not Dead. Not Dead's going to be like an I'll Cast a Shadow by Pantera type of vibe. It's going to be like really one of those look to the sky and let your jaw drop at this beautiful sunset type of song. March to the Mountains will be similar. I was going to have that close out the record, but I'm actually going to tease the people a little bit and add another song at the end. So March to the Mountains is going to be just like what you would think. It's going to start off real light and slow, and it's just going to pick up tempo and intensity as it goes on. And then I plan on having it be like probably 2-3 minute song. And then at the end, it's just going to be so intense. It's just, and then it's just going to cut right at the end. It's just going to completely cut. And there's going to be like a really reflective, like sad ending to that, because it's going to be, which actually the riff I wrote for that song, the only riff I wrote for March of the Mountains, that's how it's going to end. It's going to be it's going to be like that. It's going to like kind of make you think about, because people usually freeze to death when they climb mountains, especially Mount Everest. And then Bipolar, because I wrote the riff, is going to start real fast. Then it's going to go into some regular, it's just going to have a blasting intro. And then that's never going to repeat through the rest of the song. And then the whole song is going to be like just riffing and riffing and riffing, a solo, and then riffing. And then the ending is going to have a breakdown in it. And then that's just going to end right there at the breakdown. And then the whole record technically is going to end with a breakdown. But Hail, Mr. Freeze. So you think about hail that falls from the sky, and Mr. Freeze is the character from Batman, the villain. It's going to be a joke track. Like me and the band members, or the band members and I, for proper English, is going to sit around and just joke and laugh and twang at our guitars. It's going to kind of be like Dogfish Rising by Slipknot's Made Feed Kill Repeat demo. It's just going to be like a piece of shit, crappy song as like a joke. And that's going to be all of that. And let's see, that picture is for, it represents having bipolar disorder, and that's Mr. Freeze. So that's pretty cool. This photo right here, I want to like have it made as a backdrop. This photo right here, one of my old friends from a long, long time ago, like you see the release date on that picture, it was May 22nd, 2020. I hadn't spoken to him or seen him in person in like 3 years, but he was still following me at the time. And he saw my band and he found interest in it. So he made that drawing right there, RH Null. And then he took a lighter and actually burned the edges of a piece of paper. That's exactly what that is. It's cool as shit. Now, when you talk about RH Null, it literally says it right there. I'll read it for you. Golden blood, or RH Null, is the rarest blood type. It lacks all the 61 possible antigens in the RH system. This not only makes it rare, which is the whole meaning behind it, but this also means it can be accepted by anyone with a rare blood type with the RH system, meaning it's a tight circle of rare people. This is why it is considered golden blood. It is worth as gold. Less than 50 people have it. Exactly the point. It's kind of cool. And then I wanted to make a bonus track called Black Ice, which I probably will after the record is done, but I'll probably just have it be a bass solo. Kind of like Anesthesia, because I take influence from all my favorite metal and psychedelic rock bands. But I want to have Black Ice be a wicked bass solo that I will not replicate live, maybe once or twice on the next tour, but or maybe I'll just release it as like a single as a bass solo, and then when the band plays in between recording the second record, I will solo that solo before I release it or something like that. Who knows? That's what I'll probably do. I'll probably make it, record it, produce it, but not release it, and start playing it live. And then right before we release the second record, I'll drop it as a single, so people will be like, "Oh, that's what that was." But yeah, no. And that's. I don't believe in Satan anymore, though. I've turned to God. I was an ignorant child back then. That's a person I no longer talk to. This right here, I was planning on, kind of like Metallica did with Garage Days. With this one, what I want to do, though, instead of just covering a bunch of songs, I want to have on the actual album listing when it's released, it's going to be a cover record. So there's going to be 4 members and 5 songs each member. So each member is going to pick their top 5 songs, and we all cover them all. And it's going to be a total of 20 songs, and we say which songs are from which member, and it's literally going to go in order from 1 to 5 as each member goes, and it's going to go as history has made it as important. So the first 5 songs are going to be the lead singer's top 5 songs. The next 5 songs are going to be the lead guitarist's top 5 songs. Then the next song is going to be the drummer's top 5 songs, and then my top 5 will go at the end, which is perfect because I'm going to throw This Love at the bottom by Pantera because I wanted that record to close out with that. And then when we start touring around this time, whatever it is, I wanted to end our shows with that song because Pantera never did that. That's just a bunch of ignorant crap, a bunch of old friends, even though I miss him. Yeah. See, these are, and this ain't cap anymore. This is real shit. Time to go. This right here. So this, and I'm still keeping it to this day. Look at the release date, August 10th, 2019. It's been 5 years since I made this album cover. And it's going to look just like that. Still, I'm actually going to take a screenshot of it. So I have it forever in case for some stupid reason my original account gets deleted because you never know in this day and age. But, yeah, I just love the whole thing about Just Above Freezing, which is why I mentioned 33 Degrees, is because I tend to be not cold, but I only truly care about a certain select people because there's only so many people you can help in your life as far as like the personal intimacy goes, not as far as sharing music with them and playing live shows. So with that being said, that's the whole meaning behind Just Above Freezing. And not only that, but this is an actual photo I took flying on Allegiant Airlines into Niagara Falls International Airport over the frozen Lake Erie, which is what my city is built next to, Buffalo, New York, Lake Erie. And it used to freeze during the winter. But yeah, and that was the first band photo I ever took. That was our old lead singer, and I'm still friends with him. Old guitarist, still friends with him. And that's my ass. I was on drums at the time. This was, it's kind of fascinating. This was the original, well, not the original, the second rendition. The third is the last one I just showed you. That's the final, but this was the second rendition of it. And then that was the first rendition. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but I like the final copy better. That was our old sampler, actually. He was pretty good. But things happen, life changes. It's how it works. One of my not girlfriends, but girlfriends drew that. Well, not drew it, but designed it. I made that. That was old lyrics. New album number 2, and then actually there was some of the songs that, and you literally see that all of those have still stuck, which is fucked up. As you can see, this is the original track listing for the record, which is going to be interesting. Once I know this band won't be famous, it's going to be fascinating to see what people think, because I'm leaving all these pictures up. Eyes of a Yeti ain't on there no more. 33 Degrees and Dropping. I cut the and Dropping out, which is kind of cool. I like that song title though. Memento Regrets is on there. And Five Army was about a 5-man army because we were gonna have 5 members in the band at the time, so you can see how much things actually changed, and the organization. But like Thin Ice is still there, Prelude 33 is still there, exactly the same place. Crack Me Reflection, the same place. Splinter took the place of Memento Regret at that time. 25 Years are still on there. Just About Freezing, I'm not sure if it's the same spot. Cool shit. That was an angry photo of me. That was going to be, it was releasing as singles too. I had all this grandiose shit, but I'm done capping. This is time. This was what I originally wanted to call my first record, which, we want to hear something trippy? Dying to Live is a lyric from the song Trapped Under Ice by Metallica, which is kind of fucked up. I'm dying to live, cry out, I'm trapped under ice. And I literally made a drumstick and a plastic skeleton, and the drumstick's supposed to be his fucking boner. That's fucked up. And then I don't know what I was doing here. I think I wanted it to be Just Above Freezing. I'm not sure what happened there. Who knows? Yes, I didn't even fucking know at that time. But these are drum beats that I made for the songs. That's the full video of the drum beats. That's me showing off my kit. These are the bass riffs I made originally, and there's also some on YouTube, which I'll show as well. I just want to make sure I got all the theatrical stuff down. I think I did. This one was going to be about accepting every person that lives, but unfortunately, every person that lives is not acceptable. I'm sorry to say it. And you don't have to take that in any specific way. But see, I kind of had an idea for cover songs here. But that was in 2020, so I really couldn't go out and do much. And what you want to hear something even darker, you guys? In the beginning of March in 2020, right before the COVID shutdown happened, I was unaware that COVID even existed or was starting to run rampant, for one. And for two, I was like my mindset, for example. I was in the best fucking mindset ever, and I was working with people that were about to get me like practice in a deal. I was about to really start to, because they saw my passion, right? I'm not going to say exactly where it was from, but I'm not lying when I say that. I was on the brink of starting something very big, and then COVID hit, and I just lost my fucking mind. Everyone did. So we're going to get into the riffs, and then I'm going to end the screen recording. But this is basically all the ideas I've had for my band. A lot of cool shit. But yeah, the only thing that's different with this set list is the last two songs, Bipolar and Hail Mr. Freeze, in 25 years turns into Trapped Under Ice by Metallica. I'll actually download the app and remake the track listing and all that stuff. I'm actually going to remake that too and repost it. So it's going to be cool. And yeah, that's basically that. So just to give you kind of an idea of how I used to drum versus where you'll see it all. Okay, so that I'm gonna explain the ones that don't have the Snapchat explanation on it already. So that was the first drum beat I ever wrote that was like successful and not shitty sounding ever, and that I liked. And that beat will still be used today in the song Just Above Freezing, which I didn't even know what it was going to be at the time, which is kind of fucked up. Okay, so that one is going to be for March to the Mountains. Because it's got that like kind of like get up, move, start climbing kind of vibe. That's how it's going to start. But that beat's going to get faster and faster and faster, so I feel bad for the drummer. Because that's how it's going to start as a tempo. And at that time, I didn't know what that song was going to be at all either. That one at the time, I wanted to make into a song. That one I'll leave up there because it's cute, but I wanted to scrap that, and it has been scrapped and will never be brought back. I do not like that beat. It's too simple. Okay, so that one, I liked that one because obviously you know I like different genres. I don't know if you heard a particular band in there, but you see Mr. Bungle who liked that down there. It's my father. Me and my father like a lot of different things in a short period of time. It's funny as shit. But, not to bring sexuality into it, but I looked like a girl there. I'm straight as a line, but I looked like a girl there. Anyways, that one, I haven't thought about it, but you know what? For the sake of this video, I'll do you guys a favor. And I'm going to find out exactly, because that's the last video down there, besides that one. I'm going to do you guys a favor, and I'm actually going to choose where I want that beat, because I still want to use it today. So there's a connection. I didn't know what I was going to use it for then. I didn't know what to use it for now until now. So we're going to see exactly, where's that motherfucking track listing? I'm such a pain in the ass. I have like all this fucking shit. Oh, there it is. That one, honestly, man, I want to use that for Not Dead because that beat sounds way too happy to be on this angry ass first record. But there's got to be one song that's kind of cool and chill, right? So it's going to be Not Dead, number 10. So that's going to be that one. And I'm making this too so I can show it to the people I want to start a band with. Now we're going back down. This one, let's see what this one is. So basically the song March to the Mountains, I know I said, I forgot about that beat actually. That one I did not bring back in the further videos you're going to see, but I liked that one. But obviously, you know, when I show this video to my future band members, I'm going to give them the choice. However, I liked that one. There's two ways I see of March to the Mountains going. Either that first one I said that I liked a lot, that one, or we could add that one. Either way, that first one I said for March to the Mountains will be in the song regardless. The difference is going to be is if this one is a second drum beat that's going to be repeating with the first one over and over again, or if it's just going to be the first one. So I'll decide on that one. But that one was the March to the Mountains type of vibe, which I still didn't know that time what that song was going to be. But that's how you know, like, I'm actually really fucking smart. This one. Okay, so that one, I also hadn't placed a song on it, so I'm going to do it right now. And I made the decision while I was listening to it, as you guys were listening to it. That one I want to be for Frostbitten, because it's not quite as fast as Thin Ice is going to be, but it's just the right tempo for Frostbitten, and it's got that like fast, kind of like uppity vibe. Let's see what we got here. Now, see, those, I'll use a lot of the theatrics from people I used to know. One thing I won't do, which the one thing I can only say about Metallica, I love Metallica. I just saw them in Chicago probably like 3-4 days ago. However long ago, it was pretty recent. I love Metallica. The one thing they did that I will never do is plagiarize. They took, just because you kick someone out of your band or fall off with another band member before you become famous does not mean that you take their riffs. So I'll leave those up so he can get famous from it because he was a good guy. He was a very good guy. Is a good guy. I just haven't spoken to him in a long time. And I probably never will. But I'll leave that up there for him to be able to get famous from it. And I'll actually edit this one when the band becomes famous. Not if, but when. Because I'm going to make sure it happens. But I will not be using his riffs. That one I also want to go on the song Not Dead because it's got like a very hyped beat to it. Very hyped. That one is also going on Not Dead because I also did want to use that one as well, and you'll see in a little bit that yeah, this was all just that was gonna be Thin Ice was gonna be a single. I'm just gonna release a whole record when it's done because it's his fucking first record. I mean, like how far can you go when your first release comes out? So there's all that. The lyrics I ran you through already. That I ran you through. Here's the riffs. This I don't need to talk about. So that I don't need to discuss because everything's explained for you. Okay, I'm gonna explain that one. When I said reoccurring, I'm talking about the chorus you saw in those lyrics. That's gonna be one that's gonna go just above freezing. It's gonna go like that, but it's gonna be like just above freezing, underneath, or I mean above. Actually, you've been chanting that shit loud, and that's gonna be one of those songs, which is gonna be rare because I am very shy. If you can't tell, listen. Okay. I'm not shy when it comes to how I play guitar and like people. However, I'm shy with my words. I don't talk that much or sing that much. I can sing, but I choose not to. This song will be an exception. All three fronting members, meaning the guitarist, me, the bassist, and the lead singer, are all gonna chant that just above freezing, like that shit. You know. Okay, so you get the gist. It's not going to be that long, but as I explained earlier, here's two things. One, I was certain then, certain now. 99%. Another thing is, like I mentioned, that is going to be the intro for the song Bipolar. It's going to go from that breakdown at the end, making people think the record's over, to a blast beat. That's going to be, even though Thin Ice is going to be the heaviest, fastest, that beat in the intro of that song is, with my bass, is probably going to be the fastest beats per minute song in the entire record. And probably our careers, honestly, because I do plan on having this record be brutal and also kind of like reflective, and then the rest of the music is kind of going to be more sludgy and like trudgy and heavy. It's going to be more like slow because, you know, Poles like that kind of stuff. And who doesn't? But that's going to be quick. Okay, now I told you guys that in the beginning that that drum beat right at the bottom was the first drum beat I ever wrote. What you heard right there is a rendition or a remake, or like kind of like a revamp of the first piece of music I ever wrote. What you are about to proceed to hear was back in 2018. The first instrument I ever truly picked up, besides the French horn, back when I was in like 6th grade. I played the French horn, but that's not part of metal usually. Mr. Bungle could probably do it, but I'm not Mr. Bungle. So, but anyways, what you're about to hear, I was at my boss's work. I used to work after high school. I'd go to work as a cashier part-time at a collectibles store in Batavia, New York. I used to live in Leroy. I'd drive out there in my car. It was unique. But the one thing the guy had was a acoustic bass guitar, and I just picked it up and played this simple ass riff that I made into that. Oh wait, no, where is it? No, it's not there anymore. It was there though. I'll show you guys. Okay, so since I promised that, I will show you guys right now. Actually, fuck it. That fucked me up a little bit, but. It's okay. There's a lot of garbage here. Well, not really garbage, but rest of it. I miss my mom. I think I've been struggling with the most is my mom's death. I'll never truly be able to get over that. It's gonna kill me for the rest of my fucking life. But I'm not trying to be sad right now on video. Fuck, man.
All right, get a good look.
Okay, yeah. So that's actually, it's kind of grainy though. I'm gonna make a new one though. I'll be posting it after this video is done, but. Okay, that was something creepy. Stop, man. Just trying to get that. Okay, yeah, so here's all those timestamps. First riff I ever wrote. Just want to show you guys that real quick. I can't believe I had it. Get ready for this shit. It's not bad, actually, for the first time ever picking up a fucking guitar. Ever. Listen.
Yeah. Alright, so here's the first riff.
So once I get through all the drum beats that I made for the record as well as the final bass riffs that we missed there, is I will show you guys. I made some because at the time my amplifier had broken when I was making the riffs you just heard now. My amplifier broke it like a day after I made those. Kind of creepy, right? But what's even more eerie is I proceeded to take my bass guitar and play it without it being plugged in at all, and so it made it sound pretty audible. I want those to go on the third record, which is gonna be more of like I said, a quote unquote solid record. I plan on having the first one be brutal, but kind of like unique and different, kind of like Trendkill from Pantera. The second record's gonna be pretty disgusting, but slower and heavier. The third record's gonna be the quote unquote solid record. The fourth record I want to be kind of a return to the first record, but still a little bit different. And then whatever happens after that, who fucking knows? But I'll play. I'll let you guys hear that as well, so you can hear all the music that I've like all the riffs that I've solidified. I mean, I made a ton of music and shredded on guitar, a ton. But these are things that I plan on using. You know what I mean? That's just, for lack of better words, to show off. Okay, so that, honestly, not to sound crazy, that riff for March of the Mountains to end it is going to be used for one, for two, is to this day still, and probably will forever be the most favorite piece of music I ever wrote, ever. So I'm going to go back up here to the drum beat. So I did that. That was just me fucking, that's the opener beat, but that's already all on here anyways. It's all over the fucking place. But not really, it actually makes sense a lot. Kind of cool. See if you recognize this. So if you don't know what that is, too bad. Okay, so I sucked back then. The intro you heard, and that second beat you heard, both were just above freezing. Possibly. Regardless, most of these are going to be used, but you get the idea. I have so much material written, it's crazy. Now, you saw cuts in there. Yes, I cut those. The reason those were cut was because when I recorded those, I was stoned as a motherfucker. So for one, I was kind of fucking up a little bit and getting pissed about it instead of calming down. And two, I was so stoned, I didn't feel like re-recording it. So don't judge me for cutting right there. And that's just the same thing. That was kind of funny. I remember that too. So that one, I'm not sure where I want it, but I'm thinking also of the song Not Dead for that one. Not sure. No, we're probably going to use that one too, but maybe not. You never know. You never know who's going to use these beats. I mean, I know at least the ones I wrote for Just Above Freezing, Bipolar, the ones I wrote for Bipolar, the ones I wrote for Thin Ice. Actually, no, I didn't write any for Thin Ice. It's going to be too fast. It was too fast for me at the time. So the ones I wrote for Just Above Freezing, Bipolar, Not Dead, and March to the Mountains, those 4 songs are going to be used with the drum beats. All the riffs I used for March to the Mountains, Thin Ice, Bipolar, especially Just Above Freezing, Bipolar, Momental Regret, which I just made today, the 3, and there's one other song I'm forgetting. And that one riff for March to the Mountains, I'm basically going to use the riffs I wrote to make riffs with the guitar and the bass for about 5 songs out of 10 on the record, or out of 13 actually on the record. And then 4 are definitely going to have a bunch of drum beats in one, and then I might use like a couple of these filler beats for like, you know, a few of the other songs, and then the drummer and guitarist and lead singer can make the rest. I want to see if the lyrics will stay too. I know at least, here's what I know. I don't know the future, right? No one does. But I know at least probably out of all the material you just saw that you're actually going to completely see today, I know at least half to 3/4 of it will probably be used. At the very least, I want half of it to be used. It doesn't all have to be used, but I want the writing credits for it as well, because what I plan on doing actually, no, here, fuck it. I want 3/4 of this material, because some of it does suck. 3/4 of the material you saw today is going on the first record, and I'm getting songwriting credits for it. I want to control the first record. I want the first record to be me. All me, pretty much. Except, you know, have the guitarist and drummer and singer sing most of it and do all the other stuff and add a couple parts of their own, and they'll get credits for that as well. I want the first record to be me, and then I want the rest of the career to have me involved and have me write some of it, but have less of me in it, if that makes any sense. Because I'm not a narcissist. I just want to get myself on the first record first, before I decide to, I thought I just saw something crazy over there. Oh, no. So I want the first record to have most of me on it, including the art I made, the songs I made, the lyrics I made, the riffs I made, and the drum beats I made. I want all of it, almost all of it, to be included on there, and then have them make most of their parts, and then have me step back a little bit for the other. The only part I want to control for the rest of the band's career is the theatrics, meaning the album art. I'm obsessed with art. So I want to be in control of the album art, and I want to be, obviously, in control of my own bass riffs. Like I want to actually have for the second and third record. The fourth record, I want to start to have more of that same vibe. Where, like, after the third record, we're gonna take a hiatus, and I'm gonna do what I did here and kind of just like take a year to like just isolate and just write drums and bass and lyrics for the fourth record. But the second and third record, I want to kind of just work with the other band members 100% and have me follow them instead of them follow me. So half the band's career will be them following me, being the first and fourth record, and then the 2 records in between those 2, the second and third, I want me to follow them almost completely, except for the artwork and obviously me playing my own guitar. That makes sense.
So it's the breakdown for Thin Ice, I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
Da 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 da. All right, so. So it's the okay, so you have your double breakdown. Da, da. All right, so.
And I made the Thin Ice.
Slower.
Thin Ice. Yeah, actually. Okay, so you heard that, right? I actually forgot about that part, but not really. So, dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it is gonna be the first breakdown. So ta 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 ta, right? The second part you heard there. So basically, I forgot that I wanted to have two breakdowns back to back at the end of one song, and that's gonna be Thin Ice. I forgot that Thin Ice is gonna be very, 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 very. There's gonna be a lot of breakdowns and solos and creepy endings to the songs on this record, but there's also gonna be some where it's just gonna end like Bipolar, where it's just gonna end with the breakdown, and that's it. But this song, Thin Ice, I want to be very, very, very. It's gonna be the longest song on the record. I want it to be like, well, besides Just About Freezing, it's gonna be like probably 8 minutes, but I want a 6 minute song for Thin Ice. I want Thin Ice to be like really fast and exhausting for the first 3-4 minutes, and then the last 2 minutes of the song are going to be two separate breakdowns. So you know how it goes ta 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 or dun it dun it dun it dun it. When it goes dun 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 dun, I want the bass and guitar to cut, so it's going to be like dun it dun it, and then that dun it dun it dun 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 is going to cut, but the drums are going to go ta 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 ta. That's how that's going to end. That is how that song is going to end. It's going to be fucking legendary. Wow. Okay, so that first beat you heard is obviously going to be from March of the Mountains, right? Yeah, that's March of the Mountains. That second one, however, I like that one. We don't necessarily have to use that, but I like that one a lot. So we might end up using that. I'm not sure. Let me hear it again. Think where I want it. In the meantime, I want to thank you. If you stuck around this long, obviously this video is going to be for to show the band what I'm made of and what we might be able to use. So, but thanks for sticking around. If you stuck around this long. I made a decision. That's also going on Not Dead. I actually want the song, not because I made so many like hypey beats, Obviously, the really fast blast beaty ones, kind of you saw, the faster ones are going on Thin Ice, Frostbitten, and a few other faster parts, Bipolar. But I want Not Dead to have the most like switches in songs, or not songs, but switches, like meaning like parts. So there's gonna be probably like how a normal song has 2 to 3 like bridges and riffs and stuff. I want that song to have like 5 or 6 actually, like 5 or 6 drum beats and like 8 bass riffs and like 7, 8, 6 guitar riffs too. So yeah, and that's also going on Not Dead too.
How beautiful that sounds.
So actually, yeah. So dun, 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 dun. So whatever beat that was, I forgot. Wait. I forgot which beat I want to put that. Oh yeah. So the Frostbitten beat. What we could actually do for that, you hear that little ding in the intro? We could actually have the drummer replicate that. So before it gets into that beat to open the song, it'll just start on the ride cymbal like that. Frostbitten. Yeah, I like that. So basically what I want to say is, I know I sound all over the place, but I'm actually not. There's about 3-4 reasons for me making this video. The first one is for me to kind of organize all this stuff in my own head, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm recording it so I can finalize it and not go back on it. So that's the first reason. The second reason is to show off what I can do with instruments, which is a lot. 3 is to show the future band members so we can actually start to craft the record. And 4, I'd say, is just for pure entertainment, I guess. So basically, there's only 3 reasons, basically. That was dark. We're just gonna. Sorry, my bad. I miss my mom. Time does things. It really does.
Yes. Be happy. Don't be angry.
You're telling me to be happy too.
Okay. Yeah. I need to stop smoking.
I'm not gonna play that. I know it's the same beat. That's the one I love the most. The Just Above Freezing beat. I can't stop playing it. Okay, that's gonna get copyrighted, so we're not gonna do that. Not that it matters anyways, because I'm gonna keep this video on my phone anyway. So in case I delete it, they probably won't. All right, so that's all that. Let me just make sure that's everything. I think that's basically, yeah, that's all the stuff I wrote for the record. This is a lot of work. I mean, granted, it's been 5 years in the making. Technically 7, but I mean, if you think about it, for one man to do all of this, it's not bad. And there's even more. I still have yet to show you guys everything else. These right here are what I just made probably an hour before I started recording this for the song. So now the song Memento Regret has music made for it too. Yep, there it is. Kind of cool. Now you can kind of see how my mind is as far as the theatrics go. And then to close this video out, so that's basically all the music I've written so far. For the record, Just About Freezing, which is kind of a lot. That's about an hour's worth of just, I mean, obviously I talked a lot. If you really take the music into account, that's about like a half hour just of straight music just there. And that's just the riffs before they repeat. I mean, that's a decent amount of music to make a record. Let me just go back in time a little bit here. I'll show you guys the riffs. That these are probably not, maybe one of them might go on the record. One of them might. But most of these riffs are for the third record. Most of them. There it is. My contribution is RH Part 2. So this is going to be 7 minutes, 33 seconds. When this is over, I'll close out the video and wish you guys well.
Okay, guys, so what's going on? It's Story Times of Crimes here, Shane Dryer. So I'm just going to be making like a part 2 to the video I made almost 3 years ago in 2021, February, I believe it was, my contributions to RH Null. I just released a video announcing that I will be not only getting a job now and have an interview soon, but I will be starting my band in a couple years from now. I want it to be 2025, 2026. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna start writing material for the first record because they said the Buffalo Bills' new stadium will be finished in 2026. As soon as the tape is cut for that stadium, I will start recording and then release the album. It might come out in 2027, but it'll regardless, it'll happen. And maybe if the Bills Stadium is, pushed farther out, I'll just start recording anyways. But either I'm going to start recording when the Bills Stadium is finished, or I might even be able to release the album if it gets pushed out when the stadium is finished. But this is more for me to look back on. It's not like for me to brag about. It's more for me to have these so I can like save them and rewatch them and stuff. So let me see if my dad's pulling in because I might want to get this recording going if that's the case, and if not, I'll start it over or I'll clip this to the actual riffs themselves. But let me see if that's him pulling in. I don't think it is. Nope, it's not. Okay, so I can do this now. That one kind of sucked. This one's good. Cool. One, two, 3, 4. Oh, I like that. I actually like that a lot. Fucking dramatic. That one's bullshit. Okay, so obviously
And I think that's I just talked all the rest of the time, yeah. Yep, and that's that'll do it. What I'll do here real quick for you guys is play some Pantera to end this out. Love you guys. Peace. All together. Okay, so I am in the process of, because I made the decision, I'll also be making a screen recording soon too. Because I made the decision to relearn the riffs I made 3 years ago to the month for the record Just About Freezing, and I made the decision to restart, because I wanted to start a new band with a new idea, but I thought about it. I made so much good stuff back then that I honestly, if I bought a drum kit, could at least write the drums and bass for an entire record with song titles. I decided to place the riffs I made tonight, which are some of them were work in progresses from the past month, to call it, or not to call it, to throw them onto the song Memento Regret. I also picked out riffs for songs I liked as well, and I have a lot of drum tracks, so I'll be making a screen recording. It's going to be huge, but I know that, I can't remember the exact song names, but Thin Ice definitely was, hold on. Thin Ice was one of them, but I know Just About Freezing was another one too. Jesus, man, come on! Pissing me off! Fuck, man. Excuse me, deal with my anger. Yo! Are you goddamn gosh darn kidding me? Fuck you! Stop fucking with me. It's fucking shitty my phone, man. It's not shitty though. Alright. that was just about freezing. Thin ice, they're just like open string. That's how you open that one too. That was the opener for Bipolar. Now let me get the other riffs, and I'll paste these two videos together with the screen recording. Cool. Okay, so the other riffs went, here's part 2 or 3. That was the Bipolar riff. I added a little extra at the end there that I liked better with the breakdown. Because as you can tell, because the screen recording is going to be before this, that back then I was very simple, which is good, it's not bad. is. Okay, so. That was oh, I forgot which riff that was. That was for Bipolar. To close out the breakdown. The breakdown was okay, yeah, so I think I got it. The breakdown to Bipolar. Back then too. One of the toughest riffs I made besides what I'm about to attempt next is this one. Fuck, man, I can't remember it. that was for Just About Freezing too. That's right. My personal favorite that I made 3 years ago is a tough one. It goes. That one, yeah, that was March in the Mountain. So I got all the riffs down. I'm gonna keep practicing them, but I just want to see if I could replicate them on camera. Now it's time for the screen recording, and it's all gonna be pasted together because it's time to start this band. I had a lot of good ideas, so I'm gonna kind of run through, and this is gonna be more of a sit down for me and talk, about my band and shit. So these will all be at the end. Hope you guys enjoyed the video then, and peace.